Then about a month ago, I had to fly out with my father because brother passed away, and my father's elderly, so I went with him to the funeral in New York. So we flew out of Orlando, and I had to pick an inexpensive flight. And this was my uncle passed away, and it was the funeral was in 3 days later, so it was a real quick turnaround, which was kind of amazing. So I tried to find the most inexpensive airlines, and my brother-in-law flies for Delta. He's a pilot, and he said, "Hey, look up this airline." It was Breeze Airways. So I look up Breeze Airways, and it was a really inexpensive flight. It was about 180 bucks with 2 day notice to fly to Newburgh, New York from Orlando, direct flight. So I said, "Great, man, 360. Me and my dad can fly out." I go online, I book the tickets, and when you get to after you purchase the tickets, I say, "Hey, man, would you like to bring a bag with you?" And so I asked you if you want to bring a carry-on. Of course, you want to bring a carry-on. I'm going to be there for 3 or 4 days. I need a carry-on. Well, that's 60 bucks one way. So if you want to bring your bag back, that's 120 per person. That's 240 right there just to bring luggage with you. And then you get to the next page, and I'm like, okay. So I click on that. Okay, well, 50 bucks. I got to bring a bag. So I click on the next page. It says, "Would you like to pick your seats?" I'm like, "Oh, I'll pick my seats." I mean, so I click on it. It's 45 bucks, 40, 55 bucks per seat, which depends on where you want to sit. Now, this particular airline has like a first class section. I don't know what they call it, but it's first. We call it first class. They got just two big fat seats. Then they got mid-range seats where they're a little bit smaller. And then they got ghetto seating in the back. And that's where I sat. I sat in the back. So, but they have different prices if you want to pick your seats. So I didn't pick my seats. I just let it up to the airlines. I'm like, it was like 50 bucks per seat, per trip to come back. So I just let the airline pick the seats. So of course, when we got to the gate, got our tickets, I was in the ghetto section, 2 rows next to my father, and my father's like, "Whoa." And my father's a retired Air Force pilot. So, he's used to flying, so flying wasn't a big deal to him. But he's like, "Whoa, these seats are tight." I said, "Well, I'm not upgrading, Dad. We're not sitting up front with these seats. We're sitting out here in the back with all the regular folk." So that's why I experienced the fees on airline tickets. So a ticket that I thought was about 360 bucks was about $700 for the tickets. So when you think you're getting a deal on these tickets, you're not. The fees are astronomical if you want to even bring anything with you.